Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new weekly writing vlog. So it's currently 12:04 in the morning, so it's technically Tuesday now. My bad, but I had a really busy, crazy day, and so I wasn't able to update you until literally right now. But before we get into my quick writing update, two things. One, if you've not seen last week's writing vlog, it is up in the cards for you to check out and also down below. But the second thing is that I got a very exciting package today from one of my best friends, Alyssa. She has been such an amazing friend and supporter during the entire journey of writing my book, Reasons Why Not To. She has literally been here since the beginning of it. She's just one of my closest and best friends, and I appreciate her so much. But she sent me a package and I unboxed it today, and it was writing related, so I filmed my reaction for you. So here is that reaction. Okay, so I have been waiting for this package for so long, and I'm so excited to see what's in it. I don't know if I'm emotionally prepared for this. I don't know. I'm like nervous. Why is this tape so strong? Oh my god. Alyssa, if you make me break a nail, I swear to god. Holy shit. Alyssa, I know you said you packaged it well, but I think you did too good of a job because that took me way too long. Okay. I don't want to look in the box because I don't want to know what it is. Oh my god, okay, I'm in. I'm in. Okay, so there is a card here, but she said that it tells me what it is, so I don't want to open it first. I don't want to look, I'm scared. Okay, so Alyssa made me Funko Pops of my two main characters. So she used Baby from Dirty Dancing to make Lila. This is Lila Gray. She's holding a book. I'm dying. And then we have Beckett Shaw, who is some Fallout character. I don't know what Fallout is. I mean, I know it's like a video game or something, but oh my god. Oh my god, wait. I need to open them. Okay, wait, let me read the letter first, and then I'll open. I am actually going to... Oh my god, it's so long! She says it was so much fun making them and being able to bring them out of your book and into something completely unique to you in a custom Funko. Maybe she said once it's published, there'll be real ones. I'm actually crying. She said, I'm so proud of you. You absolutely crushed AMM and you're doing amazing with revisions and making your book even better than it already was. I can already see this book meaning so much to so many people as it already does to me. Keep up the amazing work. I'm crying. Oh my god, I need to actually look at these. I don't want to take the twine off because it's so cute, but you already know me. I'm not keeping my Funkos in a box. I'm not okay. Oh my god. She's so fucking cute. This is so weird. I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything. I don't know what to say. I couldn't see this when it was in the box. She painted little earrings on him. It's Beckett. It's Lila Beckett. Okay, here's the thing, okay? I was kind of expecting this because anytime I would mention my book, she'd be like, I can't wait for you to get your package. So I was like, okay, it must be Reasons Why Not To themed. I knew she was making me something, and then she said as a hint that it was something I've always wanted, or something that I said that I wanted, and I have said before that I wanted custom Funkos. These are going in my writing area, they have to. Thank you, Alyssa. Gonna cry. cry. I am genuinely so obsessed with them. Oh my god, like she made me Funkos of my main characters. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, they're so beautiful. I put them on my writing desk and I'm just obsessed with them. Oh, I feel like they're just gonna be like so motivating to be able to like look at them and be like, those are my characters, like that's who I'm writing. And she did such a beautiful job. Like she got all the details right, and I am just literally so happy with them and so grateful to her. So that was really exciting today. It wasn't technically supposed to come till tomorrow, so I'm just really happy, and it just put me in such a good mood. But anyways, I didn't start writing until I think I'm close to like 9 o'clock. Actually, like it was pretty late, but I managed to do all of chapter 16. I literally just stopped writing maybe like 5 minutes ago, so it did take me quite a few hours, but I'm relatively happy with it. It was the chapter I was talking about in last week's vlog that I had to change the location of, so it was kind of tricky making sure I didn't have any mentions of the previous location, that I could accurately describe this new location. So it's a dinner scene, and originally it took place in the apartment above the bookstore in the book, but I decided to actually change it to show more of Vancouver, which is the setting of my book. So I decided to take them to a restaurant in Vancouver that I love, me and my friends love it, and so I decided to set it there because I love it and I wanted that cute little like nod to my real life in there. And yeah, so it was really fun to like research it and find all the descriptions and pictures of food and to kind of put it in there. I even asked Lorena, because it's her favorite restaurant, to give me any details she could. I just had such a good time doing it, and I'm way happier with the scene now. I already know I'm gonna want to do edits to it later, because I had to do actual adjustments to the scene itself, not just the location and the description. So I did all of that, but because I was busy all day, that's all I was able to do today. But tomorrow I don't have many plans besides watching the next episode in Demi Lovato's documentary and like doing the normal things like reading and whatnot. So my plan is to do maybe 3 chapters, try to get back on the grind that I was on at the beginning of last week, because I really enjoyed that and I want to get back on track a little bit. I am quite a ways behind, so if I could do even more than that, that would be lovely. I'll try to update you guys tomorrow as I'm writing. The next chapter deals with more location stuff because it's a scene that happens immediately after chapter 16, so it's also gonna need some modifications, but it wasn't too bad today. It was just kind of doing the research to make sure I was accurately describing things, so it's just gonna be another kind of one of those situations. And then I don't remember what the following chapters are, but I don't think they're like chapters that have a lot of changes in it, so hopefully it'll be okay. But we are inching closer to the Bibliofest section of the book, which needs a lot of description, so we're just gonna have to hang tight and see what's going on. But I'll try to give you some stats on the draft tomorrow of where it's currently sitting word count wise. But yeah, I think that's all I have for you tonight, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, how y'all? Oh, what am I doing? I've already started this vlog, idiot. Okay. So it's currently the 30th. It's almost 2 p.m. and I'm just now sitting down to do some writing. I had a bit of a slow start to my day today. I was just moving really slow, you know. I woke up a bit later than I wanted to as well, but it's okay because I'm here and I'm about to continue my revision. But I thought I'd pop in and give you guys an update on the word count of the draft, like I told you guys I would do last night. So draft 6, my revisions. We are up to 36,677 words, which equals 157 pages. That is a lot. I'm still feeling pretty good about the word count at the moment. Of course, it's kind of hard to gauge how much bigger it's gonna be because I do need to add so many more descriptions, but I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay. I have faith in myself that it will be okay, so we just gotta hope. But I'm feeling pretty good about it right now. I'm going to, I think, read over what I wrote yesterday just to make sure that I like it. I'll maybe add in more descriptions or something, maybe flesh out the dialogue. I don't really know. It was a bit difficult because I was, like I said, changing the location of this entire chapter, which changed the circumstances of like the conversation, so I couldn't include some of the conversation. Don't know if I'm gonna try to find places to put some of the dialogue I didn't bring over, so it just kind of like changed things a little bit and I felt like I had to add some things. So I don't really know how this chapter hits. I would like to add more tension to it, but I don't know. So I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna read through the entire chapter and then hopefully move on to the next one, because I was thinking about it last night and my goal for this month for revisions was to get up to at least chapter 26. But if you guys saw last week's vlog, I did 1 chapter over the course of 2 days, and so I fell a little bit behind. So I'm gonna do chapter 17 today. That's the one I'm starting off on. So I think I'm gonna try to do 3 or 4 chapters today and then just do the rest on the 31st tomorrow. We're gonna try our darn hardest to get to chapter 26. I honestly don't even know what chapters are coming up. So the chapter I'm gonna start today, chapter 17, is a continuation of this chapter I just did last night. It's like what happens immediately after. Then the next chapter is pretty easy. I don't think I'm adding too much into it. Ooh, and then we start getting into the Bibliofest stuff. I don't know about the pacing of this whole section of the book leading up to Bibliofest, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the next chapters are just descriptions. I'm pretty sure. There are like slight adjustments. I am cutting a minor character, so I have to make sure there's no mentions of him actually being there. I'm adding some stuff with the side romance, but I think a lot of things are just little descriptions, so hopefully they won't be too hard. I've done a lot of research on California and Bibliofest things that I need, so hopefully it won't be too hard to put the descriptions in. Okay, up to chapter 26 is like nearing the end of Bibliofest, so hopefully everything will be okay. I have faith that I can do it. I'm gonna work really hard to do it, so here we go. Okay, so it's now 2:35 and I finished reading through the chapter that I did yesterday, and I actually ended up doing minor edits to it. I did manage to put in that piece of dialogue that I had originally cut out when I was doing this yesterday, so that's really exciting. And then I also just edited like the actual like grammar and stuff. Like I love when, you know, even though I just wrote this stuff last night and I just edited it last night, this morning I still found a way to make it more concise and to edit things, and you know what? I love that for me. So I'm about to start chapter 17 now, and I'm very excited. I really love this chapter. It's one where Beckett kind of opens up to Lila, kind of like the first time, like really about his life, and I really like it. I think it's really satisfying, and I think it's definitely like a good bonding moment for them. I just love them so much. I also just sent a snippet from this past chapter to my AMM girls group on Discord, and Kate was like, I'm once again asking for them to kiss. Because every time I send them a snippet, it's not of them kissing. And honestly, I just love that anytime anybody reads a part that features Lila and Beckett, they're always like, okay, but when did they kiss? It's my favorite. I love it so much. I'm gonna get back to work now, but I just took a lot of joy in that, and I'm feeling pretty good today. So I'm gonna get back to work now. I just spent far too much time researching my own city for descriptions. Like, I literally live on Google Maps right now to try to get these descriptions right. I had a good lengthy chat with Lorena trying to figure out what certain things are called so I can describe it properly. Literally a 15-minute conversation for one word in my book. Why? Like, no one's gonna care, but like, I just don't want it to be wrong, because then I'm gonna look like a fool that I don't know my own city, because somebody's gonna know. Oh, this is stupid. I literally don't leave my house, even before the pandemic, and if I did, I blindly just follow my friends everywhere because they know where they're going, and I don't pay attention to literally anything. I don't know what anything is called. Also, the area that my characters are currently walking in, I have not been to in years. I've been to like the general area, but not this specific area, I think in a good like 3 years. And so my memory is so hazy. It was the same situation last night when I was trying to write the restaurant that they were in. I also have not been to that restaurant since the end of 2019 because obviously pandemic happened in 2020, so I haven't been in restaurants for a long time, and I haven't been to that specific restaurant in a long time. So I'm like literally living on Google right now, and like I don't know what people did before Google when they wrote books. I mean, I guess they would just like go to the places, but like I'm not about to just like go everywhere in Vancouver trying to find like these specific places for like one line of like description. Just know that when you guys hopefully eventually read this book one day, that a lot of effort went into every single description. And that I did a lot of research to bring you guys these details. But on a side note to that, I am really happy with the descriptions that I'm putting in and how they're like helping to expand the world that my characters live in. Because before, like Melissa said in my edit letter, the book took place in a void. Like, yes, we had the bookstore, but everything else was pretty much like a void. We didn't know what it looked like. We didn't know like where it was. It wasn't grounded anywhere. And so I'm really happy that now there's like, you know, there's descriptions of actual things and I'm being like specific. I think a reason why I wasn't very specific with my descriptions, not only because I don't don't like descriptions. I just never think to do them, or I don't know where to put them. I just struggle with them in general. I feel like another big reason is because originally this was set closer to the city I actually live in and not Vancouver. Vancouver is like the main city, and so I felt like no one's gonna know what these things are called. Like, people are gonna be like, what is this? And so I just never mentioned it. But then for this draft, I'm changing it to actually be in Vancouver, like downtown kind of area, and that's a bit more well known. And I just think that even though people might not know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, and it's real places that are important to Vancouver and that are like landmarks of the city. I really don't think it's any different than me reading a book set somewhere in America that I've never been to, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like, I've never been to this kind of restaurant before, or like this landmark before. And I think it's just gonna be really fun for people to read who have never been to Vancouver and don't know that we have a place called Science World and there's a big like dome that looks like a golf ball sitting on top of it. So I do mention that. People are going to read this and they're going to be like, what's a Science World golf ball? But you know what? I know what it is, and people who know Vancouver will know what it is. Anyways, tangent over. I'm just procrastinating writing now, but I'm just really enjoying adding these descriptions in there and kind of expanding my characters' worlds. I'm really happy with the changes that I'm making with this draft, and I genuinely think that we're making this book better and more immersive, and I'm really, really happy about that. Okay, so it's now 8:28. I took a break for dinner and to go visit my grandma, but I did manage before dinner to finish chapter 18. So I've done 2 chapters today, and now I'm still gonna try to do 2 more chapters, which is gonna be fun. Not really. So the next chapter is them in the airport on the way to California. So I was literally watching a video on YouTube of a tour of the Vancouver airport, because it's been a year and a half since I've been in the airport, and I in general have a hazy memory. I also get really bad anxiety in situations like that, so I typically just blindly follow whoever I'm with and don't pay attention to anything because I'm just so anxious. So I'm watching tours, I'm talking to my friends, I talk to my mom. So much research goes into like the tiniest bit of descriptions. Let's start working on chapter 19. It's now the 31st. I was going to update you guys again last night, but I didn't finish writing until like 11 something at night. Like, I was working really hard like late into the night, and so I was just feeling really tired afterwards and I didn't feel like updating. But I did manage to do 5 chapters yesterday, so I finished chapter 21. It's not great. It's not great. It's a scene where they're in California and they go to the last bookstore, and I did not do the descriptions justice, not in the way that I want to, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna have forward momentum, and I'm gonna come back to it when I do my reread and see if I can make any adjustments, because I feel like that bookstore is just so cool that it's hard for me to like do it justice. But also, I've never been to the store, so really all I have are pictures or vlogs that I can find, and so that is a bit more challenging. But anyways, let me update you guys. I did hit 40,000 words in this revision, which is just crazy, but we are at 43,556 words in this new draft. The plan for today, it is the last day of the month obviously, so my plan for the day is another 5 chapters. I don't know how I'm gonna do that because that is like pretty much the rest of BiblioFest. Like, there's only like a couple chapters left after that. I'll kind of wrap up the end of it, but chapter 26 brings us to like the last day of BiblioFest. And if you've been following along on my revision journey for this book, I need to do a lot of descriptions, and a lot of those descriptions are to do with BiblioFest, and so I'm really nervous that these chapters are just gonna take me a really long time to do. And I also want to do like reading today, and Good Trouble is on at 7, and so I'm just nervous that I'm gonna stay up really late and not be able to get everything done. And the reason why I want to do 5 chapters is because in my bullet journal I did make it my goal to get up to chapter 26, so I kind of shot myself in the foot with that one. But in my defense, I did not know that chapter 15 was going to give me so many issues. That was from last week if you missed it. So like, if that chapter hadn't given me so many issues and took me 2 days to do, I wouldn't be in this predicament where I'm trying to do 5 chapters in a day. I mean, obviously like, it doesn't matter if I do 5 chapters today or not. I just really want to get to chapter 26. So we're gonna do our darn hardest. It's currently 12:35. I'm not even wasting time putting on makeup today, even though I was going to initially, because I just need to get to work. But in general, I am feeling very excited about the revisions that I'm doing. So I'm feeling pretty good at the moment, which is great. Like, I was just thinking about it last night, and I'm like, I feel like this book, this draft that I'm working on, I'm slowly getting closer to that perfect version of this book that I have in in my head. So I'm going to get to work and see what I can do. 5 chapters. Like, I know I did 5 chapters yesterday, but they weren't quite as heavy in descriptions. So we're gonna see how this goes. It's now 1:03 and I was supposed to be working on chapter 22, but I was looking at my outline and I was like, oh, that's like a very short chapter. Like, why is that its own chapter? So I just attached it to the last chapter. So it feels like I've made no progress. And I'm very upset about it. Also, while I was looking in my outline, I realized that I had put 2 chapter 21. So it turns out my outline did have 40 chapters and I was just stupid and misnamed some of the chapters. So that's all fixed now. So I just ended off the chapter 21. Again, not very happy with it. I find that sometimes putting in descriptions is really difficult because I'm like, where do I put them that doesn't sound info dumpy, that also feels natural and isn't disrupting the flow of the scene. Like, God, I hate descriptions, and I think it's genuinely because I don't pay attention to them when I'm reading. Like, obviously, like, I read them, but it's like I read them and then it just goes like right over my head. Like, most of the time I have no idea what's going on with descriptions and I just make something up in my head, which is, I think, why I'm finding descriptions so difficult in my own writing, because it's just not a priority for me when I'm reading. But obviously it needs to be there. But why can't you guys just see into my brain, see what it looks like, so that I don't have to describe it? I'm complaining, but I don't really mean it. I'm just tired of putting in descriptions because there's so many that I need to put in. So I don't love the descriptions that I put in, but it is what it is. It's now 4 p.m. and I've edited 3 chapters. Now, the only reason why I've been able to go through them relatively quickly is because I'm not doing them justice. I am not putting in nearly as many descriptions as I should be. I'm just having a really difficult time. I think that I'm out of descriptions, and I think that we should vote to make descriptions optional. I'm just kidding, but I'm just like, my brain is just not working and I can't find good places to put in descriptions. I don't know what kind of descriptions to put in, so I don't really know. I'm just gonna do my best that I can right now, and then maybe by the time I do a read through, things will be better. I feel like that's just a constant mood when I'm working on my book is, oh, it's not working now, maybe later I'll be smart enough to do this, and then I never am. But you know what? It's a problem for future Brittany. Future Brittany is gonna hate current Brittany, but that's fine. So I have 2 chapters left to do today. Hopefully they go okay. I think I'll be able to put more descriptions in, but I don't really know. So let's just move on to chapter 25. In these vlogs, you guys are really seeing how often I wear this sweater. Let's not talk about it. So it is now the 1st of April. Yesterday, I did manage to do 5 chapters. I don't know how I did it, but I did 5 chapters. I got up to chapter 26, which was my goal for the month of March, and I'm really proud of that. Now, did I do a good job with those 5 chapters? Not necessarily. I'm not fully proud of them. I do tend to get to a point in revisions, normally actually around the BiblioFest section of the book, where I just start to feel tired and where my work is just not as good, which isn't good. So hopefully I can work that out, but obviously, like I said, it's now April, so I've set up my revision page in my bullet journal, and guys, I only have 14 chapters left to go through, which really is not bad at all. So I'm feeling pretty confident. If I do 2 to 3 chapters a day, I can finish this by like the 8th or the 9th of April, which has me feeling pretty good because that does give me the time to take a couple of days off and then come back to it. So that makes me feel pretty dang good. But yeah, so it is 4:18. I'm going to start writing. I was just editing a video all afternoon, so now I'm going to actually start revising for the day. And I think I'm gonna do this for most of the evening. I'm gonna work on it until dinner, which honestly I don't even know when dinner is gonna be, and then I'm gonna work on it after dinner at some point and probably work on it. I think I'm gonna work on it until around 9, because at 9 p.m. Demi Lovato's album is dropping, so I'm thinking of like working really hard. Why? So I'm thinking of working really hard up until 9 o'clock, so then I can just like sit and appreciate her album and listen to all the songs all the way through. Shut up! so I can listen to the songs all the way through, and then I'll get back into writing. I think we'll have to see. I'm hoping to get through maybe 2 chapters today, maybe 3. I'm gonna get to work. But if you want a word count update, we are at 53,190 words. So that's where we're sitting. Okay, I'm gonna get to work now. So it's now 8:30 and I've edited 2.5 chapters. So I'm currently editing chapter 29. I took a break for dinner and then I went to my grandma's house like I always do. And then I came back and was just like updating my journals and stuff like that. And I watched a little bit of YouTube. But Demi Lovato has a like live thing going up in 10 minutes and then the album's gonna drop. So I'm not gonna write for a little bit, but I will come back to it after I've like listened to the entire album and like whatnot. Like once I've gotten it out of my system and I've listened to it, I'm gonna get back and finish this chapter and then I'm gonna get into reading. So I'm only gonna do 3 chapters today, which is good. That's more than I was planning on doing. And then tomorrow I'm gonna try to do another 2 to 3 chapters, but I'm feeling good about the chapters that I've done today. Okay, so it's now April 2nd and I thought I'd give you guys an update. So I did manage to finish 3 chapters yesterday, even though I did get quite distracted by Demi's new album. But now I just finished another chapter. I'm not fully happy with it. I think I might try to do 3 full chapters today, maybe 4, because I don't think there's that much editing with the next few chapters. It's basically just me trying to fit in more descriptions. So hopefully it won't be like too overwhelming. Feeling pretty good about it. Draft 6 is currently at 59,357 words. When I'm revising, I don't often look down at the word count because that's not really what I'm concerned about. Like, that's not what I'm focusing on. So I didn't realize that I was almost at 60,000. That is insane. I'm excited, so I'm gonna get back to work. Okay guys, so it's now just past like 6 o'clock. I think it's almost actually 6:20. So I did 4 chapters today. I'm gonna cap it there. I'm done. I did consider doing more, but I think I would really like to just spend my evening relaxing and reading and just not worrying about it. I am like ahead of schedule. I am good to finish my revisions on time, even early, so I'm not that concerned about it. But I did do 4 chapters today. So I've finished chapter 33. So I did chapters 31 through 33 today. So now I just have 7 chapters left. And I believe my word count is like just over 64,000 words at the moment. The revisions that I did today, I feel pretty good about, I guess. I don't even remember what chapters I worked on today. It was all kind of like the post Bibliofest stuff, like they're home now and things are not that great for Lila, which is always hard to write about. Like, I just feel so bad for her. Like, I want her to be happy and I want her and Beckett to be happy, and I just, you know. Anyways, that's what happened today. I feel pretty good about them and I'm excited to finish the revisions next week, which is just so exciting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys are currently working on. Also, I know that it's currently Camp NaNoWriMo. I'm obviously not participating, but if you guys are, let me know down below what you guys are working on for camp and how it's going for you so far, and maybe what your goals are. I'd really love to know. And subscribe down below if you have not yet already. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.